And hello. Welcome back to another mind. An Where am I at? Welcome back to another episode of the Mind of James. Let me take these off so you don't see the glare the whole time, folks. Got my Texas Longhorns hat on. Big fan of Texas now, so it's not. I mean, I enjoyed Texas that much. But first and foremost, actually, Yuengling lager, traditional beer here, and cherry strapple. Mm-hmm. Good. This week, supposed to have the guest back. Supposed to have a guest on. Canceled. Um, so what we're gonna do is that this week, man, it was one of those weeks where it's just like, man, I felt like I got nothing done. You know what I mean? I felt like I got, um, nothing done. I did streaming. Um, it was only a 4-day week for me though, but since I've been wanting to talk about this, this whole Trump election thing, since he got elected. Um, First and foremost, I am a blue collar welder. I work in a factory. I weld. Uh, you know, Now going on 13 years of welding. So, so I don't really see what other people see. I see a guy who got elected that wants to make sure the country gets back on track. That's what I see. Um, hey, thumbs up. So I don't know if you guys see it, but the OBS, if you put a thumbs up, it recognizes it and does a thumbs up. I'm talking like I've been drinking all day. This is my first beer. Anyway, that's what I see. I see a guy who just wants to make the country great again, like we used to be, the strongest nation on the planet, and that's it. So I don't see, if someone works in healthcare, I don't see that. If someone works in the government, I don't see what they see, and I would love to have somebody come on here and tell me what they see. You know what I mean? I would love for them to just explain what they think and how they see it. And that's because I went to my improv class. Shouts out Cincy Improv. I went to my improv class Tuesday, and it was just like, one of the class members, said that they were pissed, and like three fourths of the class agreed with him, agreed with that person, and I was just like, okay, like I don't, I don't see what they see, so I really can't make a strong statement or judgment on it. But I mean, for me, let's just say Trump did get rid of the IRS. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? Um, it's more money in my pockets. I don't see what the problem is. You know, like my money is coming to me, and it's not going to the government. So I mean, would that mean the government programs like WIC and the healthcare would go down or be severely limited? I don't know what would happen. I don't know the trickle effect of the IRS not taking taxes anymore. I wouldn't. I don't know, and I haven't done any research to do that. So I mean, that's you know, and I gotta say one thing. The first time Trump ran, I did not like how he ran his campaign. I did not like it. Um, I But this time around, I feel like he handled himself properly. You know what I mean? And I'll say this too. It's probably going to get me a lot of less views, but I voted for Trump. More or less, I voted for J.D. Vance because, number one, I like him and I like his style and I like his attitude towards things. Like, he's from Ohio, and I listened to him on the Joe Rogan Experience. I listened to him on um, this past weekend with Theo Vaughn. You know, I like JD Vance. So, I mean, that's where I stand with that. But you got to understand it from where I'm coming from. Like, you know, it's all politicians. And I didn't want to be political on this podcast, and this is just, I guess, one episode or a small rant of it. But my position is that all politicians just lie and are evil, and Trump's the one guy who is able to buy politicians. Like, he paid Hillary Clinton $300,000 to come to his wedding. So, I mean, you know, if you can do that, you know, what can you do for the country? And that's all I'm going to say about that. But still reminiscing Texas, man. We're going to switch over to some lighter stuff. I'm still reminiscing about Texas. I I love Texas. And I watched that show Landman. It's probably not 100% factually accurate. Um, but I got my Texas Longhorn hats on. I'm just a big fan of the state of Texas, especially when the governor of Texas put that wall up and told the government to go fuck themselves. I was a big fan of that. I loved it. But what happened this week that there there is going to be a point in your life where God is going to naively walk you through a season. As in, things are going to be out of your vision that you can't see, maybe attacking you, maybe spiritually attacking you, means you're not going to see it. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel that something's going on. You're going to feel it. You know what I mean? And that's the name of the game. But you know, when God has your hand and he's just walking you through this season where it's just naively, meaning that you have no idea what's going on, the only thing you can do is just move forward. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen. You're going to have those seasons of it. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure that some people listening to this are going to agree with me. You're just going to keep getting up, going to, like, this week, it was just a get up and go to work and let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Let's see where this day goes. Because I have no idea where it's going to go. Used to be, I'd say back 2018, 2019, it was like a surefire thing of what was going to happen. But now, every day is a new mystery for me. Every day is a new mystery for me. It is, let's get up and let's just see what happens. And this is completely new for me. Completely new for me. It was like the ability to just see what was going to happen is just gone now. I can't see it anymore. I cannot see it anymore. I can feel it out. I can feel what's going to happen, but I can't see it. So that's learning to trust your discernment. That's learning to trust your intuition, your gut, your feelings. You know, you got to be in tap with all of that. And you got to be in tap with the fact that it's going to happen. Like, this season that I'm in is nothing but God naively leading me through it. I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the season. I really don't. But here's what I can tell you. God's going to be there. God's going to be there. And I can tell myself things all day long. My manifestations, my wants and desires. It's not what I want. It's what God has for me. And that's how it is. Um, I want to be the king of Twitch. I want to be the king of Twitch. That's what I want to be in my life. I love playing video games. I love getting being behind the camera. I want to be the king of Twitch. That's what I want to be. When I was living in Denver, it was being a comedian. And when I came back from Denver, it was being a comedian. And my two biggest dreams were being a comedian or being a drummer. And like, things do change, there's still that little nudge pull of getting up on stage. But I got on third shift because I knew I was going that direction. It was like I was the low man on the totem pole when I got back. So I was like, we're going to third shift. Let's just prepare for it now. So I was like, I stressed myself out daily about getting on stage while I was on third shift. And I was like, I'm not going to stress myself out about it anymore. I'm not. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? It'll happen when it's supposed to happen, and that's okay. And that's okay. It will happen when it's supposed to happen. So, I kept the podcast going. I'm keeping the streaming going, getting heavily back into both. And it is just coming to the fact that it's not my time right now. And you hear all this bullshit on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or wherever you get your, social media. You can, the right time's never going to come. True. The right time will never come. Do it now. But if there's something standing in your way, you're going to have to learn to go through it. So, like with work, the only way I can get out of it is go through it. You know what I mean? So I might be on third shift for a couple years. I don't know. I might be on third shift for a couple years. I don't know. But while I'm doing that third shift stuff, I have the podcast to keep me busy. I have streaming to keep me busy. And I have improv class to keep me busy. I'm in 301 improv right now, and I'm planning on going to 401 and 501. I want to finish it. I want to finish those steps because I took a 101 class in comedy in Denver. I didn't go back to 201, 301, anything like that. So, God, man, it's like this thing just keeps going off while I'm sitting here. Oh, okay, nothing important. Twitch and Mr. Wally over there letting me know I'm speaking. So right now, we're just riding the tide out. Beer can. Yeah, we're just riding the tide out. We're just having a good time. You know what I mean? So that's it. That is absolutely it. I'm just sitting here, enjoying my time while I'm here, and we'll figure it out when we cross that bridge. Because do I want to get back on stage and do comedy? Yes, I absolutely do. I absolutely 100% do. Um, so anyway, let's see. What's going on in anything? I don't know. I do have an idea that I wrote down here at work that I really wanted to talk to you all about. Let me get the idea back out. Oh yeah, okay. So, in your place of employment, uh, in your career or anything that you decide to pursue, you have rules and regulations you have to follow. Um, and you're going to have people in your place of employment that have nothing, want nothing to do with rules and regulation. Um, my advice or my opinion on that is that do not get me confused with being someone who is wanting to do the right thing all the time and keep everything, in a proper manner. It is what I'm being paid to do, is what I exactly tell someone. So if someone asks me, like, why do you do the things you do? It's because I'm getting paid to do it. And this is the steps I have to follow. You do your thing. You know what I mean? But you do your thing. And this is the mindset you should have. Just if you're working, it is easier for you to follow those rules and regulations because guess what? The company can't come back and say, you screwed up here. No, I didn't. I followed the rules. I followed exactly what I was supposed to do. So don't get that confused. If someone calls you a goody two shoes for, always wanting to do the right thing and, uh, you know, making sure making sure I's are dotted, T's are crossed, it's what you're paid to do. So, I mean, as long as you're working for someone, you better follow their rules and regulations. That is it. Now, in my younger days, did I do that? No. I had a case of the burnouts. We all do, and anybody tells you they don't, they're fucking lying to you. They're straight fucking lying to you. Everybody on this planet has a burnout stage, and multiple burnout stages. So when someone does that, and someone goes, "Well, you're just being a goody two shoes. You're trying to do everything right." It's what I'm paid to do, motherfucker. It's what I am paid to do. So, if you want to get in the way of that, may God have mercy on you, because I won't. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Well, that's exactly how you should feel when going into work. You see people fucking off and doing nothing and trying, just to barely get by. That's them. Don't don't follow them. Don't be that person. You know what I mean? You do you. You be you. You be the best you can be. You're flipping burgers at McDonald's. Flip them burgers with pride, baby. I sure enjoy McDonald's. I sure do. And I always will. So that's, you know, keep your head on a swivel. Um, do the best you can do and just be the best you can be. I mean, it's not that hard. Literally not that hard. I mean, for welding, there's codes I have to work with. Okay, I will follow those codes. If I do not, the welding does not work right. You know. So I mean, just you are going to have those stages of burnout where it's like, um, I I don't want to be here. I mean, if you trust me, I had the same mindset. If you can't beat them, join them. And I felt worse joining them than just doing my own thing. I felt worse. I felt like a giant piece of shit. You know what I mean? Not. I want to give 100%. So I mean, if I can't, it's because something happened or I didn't understand something. But I felt like a giant piece of shit more not doing what I was supposed to do than doing what I was supposed to do. And that's just me. That's just me and how I am. I wish I would have done some things different in Denver. I could say that. As well, you know, I was stuck in my own head in Denver. But that was 2 years ago, so let's move the fuck on. You can even put in the comments, move the fuck on, James. That was 2 years ago. We're in the present now. So, yeah, I mean, trust me. You're going to have days where you're going to want to get up and be like, I don't fucking feel like doing anything. But it's better to stay trotting along in second gear than just not being in gear at all. You know? It's a lot better. Um, so yeah, I mean that's how things go, and that's how things work, and don't pay attention to the world. You know, I hear a lot of stuff like, "Oh, we got to change the world, changing this, changing that, change your world first." Meaning by your world, what you can control. Change what you can control, and you will see that it affects other people. You will see the immediate ones, but the ones that are watching you and staying out on the outside, they're feeling it too. They're feeling it too. They want to change too. Just they needed a point to look at and go, if that guy can do it, that guy or girl or anything in between can do it, then I can do it too. So I mean that's how it is, you know? Be that guiding light that you want to see. If you don't see it in your immediate vicinity, your workplace, your bar, your whatever, be that person. Be that person because that person is going to be the best every time. That person is going to be the one that everybody goes to, and that person is going to be the source of information. Um, it comes with a heavy cost, though. It comes with a heavy cost. A lot of your, a lot of the people that you think are friends will not be your friends anymore, and that's fine. They were never your friends to begin with. Uh, People are gonna look at you as a hoity-toity, doing the right thing, goody two-shoes person. That's fine. That's because they can't do what you do. They can't be that bright shining star, and they wish they could be. They wish they could be. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't worry. Wouldn't worry a little. Wouldn't worry anybody's head off because worrying takes away of today's joy. Like me, I don't feel satisfied if I don't do 100%. Let's just say at work. We'll start with work. If I don't hit my times, I don't feel satisfied. And that's just personally me. I had a big burnout stage where I was just like, this ain't gonna change. This is horse shit. And it was just like, it doesn't have to change. I do. It was as simple as that. It was simple as that. This place doesn't have to change. I do. I have to be the best because I want to be the best, and I want to be the best I can be for me. Whether it makes the company money or not, I want to be the best for me. Don't care about the rest of it. For me. It's for me. And that's the mindset you should all have. It's for me. I am doing this for me. And I'll say it again. Do it for me. And that's what I do. I do it for me. Um, let's see what's the time we got on here. I can't see that far, so I'm trying to keep these a half hour because I don't want to bore you guys with an hour. 25 minutes, okay. Yeah, I try not bore you guys with too much, you know, spewing at the mouth here. I'm trying to be helpful. Um, I'm trying to be. I'm trying to say the point. The very. I'm trying to say the points quick, so you can get on with your day. It's just a half hour. That's what I keep it at. Um, well, let's go through the news and see what kind of crap we can get through in the news. Um, let's see here. Oh, it's February 1st. Pay your rent. I did today. Okay. Is Landman coming back for season 2? I sure hope it does. They left it on a cliffhanger. Ghost in the Shell, Ghost in the Shell 2, Innocence returns to Japanese theaters. Okay, moving on. Exxon, Chevron brave deep seek risk to chase AI future as oil glow fades. The oil and gas industry. Let's talk about this for a minute. I wanted to work in it. And I probably said it on the podcast. If they call, I will answer. Um, and the thing is that we're moving into this world where we see electric taking over more than anything, but we're not understanding that it takes a lot of oil and gas and fossil fuels to make the electric, to make the car still. You know, if we wanted to switch to electric tomorrow, we couldn't. It's going to be a slow process, but I think the oil and gas industry is going to be around for a while, like it always has been. I don't know how much. I give it another 15, 20 years, you know, and then we'll see that one point in life where it's just like, okay, we're getting rid of gas engines, gas and diesel engines. So, but I don't think the oil and gas industry is going to go away completely because there's a lot of things, almost everything that you deal with deals with the oil and gas industry. So, you know, all the way down to trucking to get product to go where it needs to go. So, I mean, we're not going to see the oil and gas industry go away for a long time. But will it slowly decline? I think so. Um, I didn't know. So Apple finally proves a solution to a major issue with MacBooks. I don't even know what the problem was. Um, Tom Holland's Spider-Man deadline looming after his recent comment about pulling every muscle. I couldn't tell you. We call it Dragon Ball admits a classic villain may have been stronger than Goku and Vegeta. There's a picture of Deborah with Goku and Vegeta. Um, let's just click on it and see what happens. A key figure who made a brief appearance during the final stages. You know what? He probably was stronger. Retro space plane tests for space station cargo missions. Awesome. Physicists discover what's at the core of a black hole. Nothing. It's a black hole. What do you think? Like, I hope it goes to another dimension. You know what I mean? It'll sure throw the. You know what? It's how spiritual I am, and I read the Bible at lunch every day, or when I'm at work. You have a black hole situation. Aliens actually, if aliens come land on the, White House front lawn, or aliens land in my parking lot in my apartment complex, throws the Bible right out the window. Right there. You know what I mean? And I am not. I look at the Bible as guidance, and I gotta tell you, it's been translated over thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So, do we actually know what the true uh, Bible has the original Bible says? No, we don't. But if there's another dimension, if aliens show up, throws that Bible right out the window. It's how it is. Doge price is primed for a breakdown. 3 cents may trigger a 30% plunge. Okay. Um, Jordana Brewster on Dwayne Johnson returning for next Fast film after Vin Diesel fueled the more the merrier. Okay, great. Is there anything else we can get through? Um, there you go. Chevron's Q4 earnings miss forecast as refining swings to loss. It'll come back around. Um, it always does. I don't even know why that's newsworthy. Yeah, you know. Um, I really wanted to work for Chevron. I really did. Part of me still does. Part of me still does. Part of me wants to get into that field and understand what it's all about. But me not having any oil and gas experience, I'd have to work bottom up. And I'm completely fine with it because Chevron is a fantastic company and you can move up quickly if you know how to play the game. Um, so I mean, I have nothing against Chevron or Exxon or any of these oil and gas companies because would I love the chance to move up in ranks in those companies? Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. So I mean, you putting it out there. Chevron or Exxon or Shell or BP, one of them. Let's see. Let's see. Canada's Justin Trudeau announces tariffs following Trump's executive order. Um, is Dwayne Johnson's Rampage worth streaming? Yes. That was a good movie. That was a very good movie. I really enjoyed that movie, and it was a fun one that I got to watch. But so we're gonna end this podcast on a very wonderful um, ending. I want to say thank you all for watching me. Shouts out to Scott Gassner again for showing me wonderful hospitality in Austin, Texas. Um, I'm hungry, folks. Shouts out to Cincy Improv, and shouts out to screw it. Shouts out to Chevron and Exxon. So with that being said, I want to thank you for joining me for another episode. I want to thank you for supporting me through all these times, and plenty more to come, baby. Um, we're going to keep it easy this time. Twitch.tv/on a level 162. And Instagram is on a level 162. This podcast at Mind of JPA on YouTube. I love all of you. Thank you for supporting me. Remember, fear God, keep His commandments, and I will see you on the next one.